Hey, everybody, welcome to Team Inspire Team-Wide Zoom. Super excited about this tonight. We're going to be talking about Thrive Connect, the Thrive Connect app, and the Boards app. And so one of the things that's going to be really cool is that I'm going to be able to screen share for you my Boards app. So you can go into your, now Carol, tell me if you have an iPhone or an Android.
Android.
You have an Android. Okay. Whether you have an iPhone or an Android, you can go into whatever your app store is and you can download Thrive Connect and you can download Boards. And I believe Carolyn already has Boards on her phone, if I'm not mistaken. So Boards is something that we were introduced to this summer. And what it does is it streamlines all of your pieces of information. So, and your Thrive Connect app does that as well. But it kind of has different pieces of information, if you will. The Thrive Connect app, once you've gotten that one and you've logged into your Thrive account and so forth, you don't have to keep re-logging in. Now that one, I don't know that I can pull that up on my computer for y'all, but I can Boards. So I'm going to go to Thrive Connect first. Within the Thrive Connect app, you've got different categories that you can click on. First of all, you've got tools. Down at the bottom, it gives you some options. Tools. It gives you getting started videos that all you have to do is click on one of those videos and you can share it. You can share it to a customer. You can share it to a potential. You can share it to someone who's asking what the 3 steps are. There's a video, the third one in says Thrive in 3 easy steps. And you can click on that and you're able to share that with someone. Sometimes I think you can share it to them in their text messaging or in their email. So you can choose how you want to share that. That's the whole getting started. What does your Thrive look like in the first 30, 60 days? There's a video. So rather than going through your cloud constantly and looking for these videos to share with someone, they're right here. Makes it so much easier. The next category is the E60 challenge. If someone sees that you're posting about your E60 challenge, your category, it's got all the videos, the information, and all of that you need. And you can click on that, send it straight to them. So rather than having all of these different pieces and videos in your photos or in your video section within your phone, you've got them all at one spot. You've got product links. You know how we're always having to kind of log in and take a look and find the product PDF and so forth. You've got the product links right here. It shows the capsules, the lifestyle mixes, the DFTs, the different DFTs, the Burn, Thrive Against Cancer, the new Move Pro. And then there are social assets. What that means is there are some pictures in here that you can utilize. We know that Thrive puts a lot of their really good graphics on their Instagram. And that's where I get a ton of mine. I don't always discount what they've got going on in their stories because I can screenshot and save that as well. You've got business tools and trainings, events. There are compliance pieces. If you've got a question about compliance, there's things in there that have to do with compliance. Here's a category that I think is really cool. It's called My Tools. So if you've recorded your Thrive experience in 60 seconds or less, you can add that video to your tools. And when somebody's wanting to know what Thrive is and you want to share your story and you're running out the door, you can say, hey, watch this for me really quick, and then I'll get back with you as soon as I get back from the grocery store. You can put your own video in there. Now, I have one of mine in there, but I was kind of looking not the greatest on that one, so I need to redo it. I was doing it late at night for something that Lindsay was having me do. You can click on the business section and it will take you to Lavelle Gear. It will take you to your cloud office. It will take you to purchasing your own products and enrolling promoters. There's nothing you can do in Thrive Connect that's going to hurt it. Okay. This is just a handy dandy, easy tool to have at your fingertips so that you're not always constantly having to log into your cloud on your, per se, and look for those pieces of information. Now, let's chat boards. Oh, and by the way, Lavelle will sometimes do contests. Like this last time they did a contest for who could share the What is Thrive video the most with the most people. And there was a promo that was going on with that. I think they were giving away credits for that. Laura Wells did a training not too long ago. I don't know if they still have that in the cloud or not. And she talked about Thrive Connect. She won one of the contests they had done because she shared like information from the Thrive Connect app with 700 different people. Shared it 700 times. I'm like, holy moly. All right, so I'm going to share my screen and let's go to boards. Okay, so what you see over here is what it looks like, whether you're on your phone or whether you're on your computer. And so over here, you've got your categories. Now, there's a little add button. Okay, so I've got my name, and here's a plus sign next to the word boards. Do you see that, Carolyn? Okay, so you can push that button and you can create your own board. All right, so I've created a board that's called What is Thrive? How do I take it, basically? And over here, there's an add button, and I can drop in any content that I want. I can drop in a page, I can drop in an image, text, or I can even go in there and I can drop in a YouTube video or a link or a PDF. So there's anything I want to, I can drop in this board. Now, support tickets. You know how we've been shared support tickets for so many different things and so forth. Now, this one is one of my own, but right here, you'll see Sam support tickets and you'll see some faces. This is a board that Samantha created. And when you see more than one, when you see the double people there, that means that she has shared this board with us. So I'm going to click on Samantha's. Now, the reason I created my own is because I was going to save these, and I do this periodically. I don't do it all at one time. I save these and I can put them into my own board. It's not as important with this particular board, but there are going to be some other things you're going to see that I want to tweak and change, and I can't do that within someone else's board. It's kind of like when you go copy somebody's Pinterest, a pin that they've got in their Pinterest. You can copy it and save it, but you can't edit it until you maybe put it in your own Pinterest board. So this is kind of the same thing along with Pinterest. So I'm just going to kind of go down. Scripts. Okay, what do you say when you're following up with somebody? Here we go. We've got scripts. If they've had a sample and they've not ordered or what have you, hey, I know you've been thinking about experiencing Thrive for a while, so tell me what's holding you back. We've got all of these terminologies and these verbiages here. Now, this one may not sound exactly the way I would talk. So this is where I would copy it and put it into my own, or before I send it to the person and I paste it to their text messaging, I can go in and tweak it. But from here, I can't tweak it because this belongs to Samantha. She wrote it the way that she speaks. She didn't write it the way Sandra talks. If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
So when you have somebody who seems to ghost you, hey, have I upset you? This one works every single time. If somebody's ignoring you and you see that they've given you that you see their picture and they've read your message in Messenger and they don't ever come back and respond, this is when I come back, and a lot of times I'll just say, hey, did I do something that offended you? And people will jump in there. Oh my gosh, no, right away. You'll be able to elicit a response for sure if you use that. So this was all in scripts. Somebody hasn't ordered in a while. Well, we're just checking in to see what's going on. Not so much about the order. We know you love your Thrive. Tell me what's going on, in your world. Okay. How many of us are afraid of the objections? Yeah. I used to be deathly afraid of the objections. But one of the things I realize is a lot of time the objections come from just not knowing. And I had objections from the get-go because I was objecting to the price. Did I even know what the price was? No, I didn't even know. All I knew was I was objecting to anything that I was going to buy for myself. And so objections come from so many different places. They can come from deep-rooted beliefs within someone. They can come from money objections. A lot of times the objections are a protection mechanism. And this is where it's up to us to get to the objections. And it may not even be that they're willing to tell us, but you can just, this is where you need your third party validation. Sandra, this is my friend so-and-so, and she's asking some questions about Thrive. And I don't know that I know all of the answers. I want to make sure that we give her all of, all the info that she needs or whatever it is. That's when I can pop in and ask some questions. I'm reading Girl Code right now, and there was just a section about the objections. And I was like, oh my gosh, yes. A lot of times we don't want to get to the objections because we lack the confidence to get to the objections. And I know for myself, I did not like the objections because I didn't feel like I was confident enough and knowing enough about the product. I knew I loved the product, but the objections, they don't have anything to do with me. And they don't have anything to do with you. There's something that's holding them back. And that's when it's up to the third party validation person to kind of begin to weed through that. Okay. So this board has all of the scripts of what you could use and tweak the terminology, obviously, to sound like you. But I'm not going to go through every single section, but you can see where samples. Okay, so this is a section that TJ did. If this is the one I'm thinking of, yes. Okay, so this is a section that TJ did, and he shared with us. When somebody is asking for a sample, especially from the cloud, and Carolyn, I see you're taking notes, which is awesome, but I'm going to be sharing these boards with you. And you have your board app downloaded, correct? Okay, so I'm going to be sharing these with you, and I'm just going to go through one by one and share them all with you, and then you just go save them. And then when you have time, you can kind of go into each one and take a look and see. These are a wealth of knowledge because what the Thrive Connect app has is awesome. But sometimes we need the verbiage, or we need the beginnings of the verbiage that we can then tweak to sound like us. It's all right here. So these two apps go hand in hand. Okay, so this one, I'm super excited for you to experience Thrive in 3 simple steps. What would you say you're looking for the most? This is maybe somebody who's asking for a sample from one of your stories or whatever. Are you looking for more energy or mood support? That kind of a thing. As soon as you know what it is that they're looking for, then you can say, oh, hey, you know what? My friend so-and-so, she had that same thing. Let me introduce you to her. Whatever, whatever it takes.
Yeah.
So once you've got the sample, once you've done the sample one, great. Now I know how to customize it for you. Everything with Thrive is customizable. It's not cookie cutter. We do have the 2 capsules in the package, but maybe not everybody needs the 2 capsules every single day. Maybe they just need the one, maybe it's somebody who's like teeny tiny. We can customize it. And so everything about Thrive is customizable. Then this page right here, I believe Samantha created it, and I have shared it before, but this was found in one of the boards. And so as you've got people on samples, this has been a game changer for me just in these last couple of weeks or so. If you've got 1 or 2 samplers, it's not too hard to lose track. It's not, you're not going to lose track of them. But if you get more than 2 samplers, or if you've got 3 or 4 samples out, you want to know, did I send the sample? Did they get a 3-way chat group? The sample was received. Are they in our customer group, Vibing and Thriving? And you can just totally check off. There's one lady right now that has a sample out, and I have followed up with her 3 times. She still has not started. And she's in a chat group. And she's in the Vibing and Thriving group.
Yeah.
So I've done everything I need to do. I'm going to follow up back with her this weekend, talk about her Thanksgiving plans. I'm not going to say a thing about her Thrive sample, but I've kind of been motor mouthing a little bit and kind of talking about what these are and so forth. How many times are we afraid to talk about detox? Yep. Okay. Sam's even got a board for detox that has the little poop emoji. Now this is the detox kit, and so forth. But it also will give some information if somebody's having some issues with detox. That can go along also into support tickets and things like that. Anytime we've had a support ticket, transformation photos. We all sent in transformation photos, and for Transformation Tuesday or Wow Wednesday, you've got a bunch of people right here. And this is where Samantha just keeps dropping more and more in. Or if you've seen one that you want to save, you wouldn't necessarily be able to save it to Samantha's transformation photos, but you can create your own transformation photos board and start saving those in there. And then you can copy these and put them in your own. So you can always add anything you want to your board, as long as it's your own personal board. You can't tweak and add, you can't necessarily tweak one that's been shared with you, but you can certainly use the snot out of anything that's in these that have been shared with you. The ones that have been shared with us have been shared with us for a reason, and that is to save us from having to recreate the dadgum wheel. Yes. Okay. So as you're let me scroll back through here. And as you're, VIP 800, 1600, inspiration, that was one that somebody had shared. Things you can share on Free Credits Day. Some of these you can see that don't have any people. These are the ones that I created of my own. Do you have any questions really quick while we're just kind of?
No, I'm good.
Are you kind of like in awe of what all is available? Yeah. So just think, between this and your Thrive Connect app, you're going to have like all your resources. Yeah. And if there's a question that comes up about something, I can guarantee you can go to your boards app and you can find a script. You can find something in there that someone has created. And like if you've given somebody an opportunity for a promo and they've not followed up on it, hey, I'm not sure if you've given Lavelle any more thought, but the company launched a promo. I've got a lady who's been asking me about Thrive for 7 years, but she won't poop or get off the pot. One of these days she will. One of these days she will. So,
yeah.
And that's where I'm just going to finally have to say, hey, look, are you going to thrive with me or not?
Yeah.
I can do that because she's been asking me questions for 7 years. Let's see. I did a Flex Friday DFT board for myself where I've added in some of the pictures of me with my Thrive patch on. That way, if there's a Friday when I am sick, that I don't feel good or something is going on, you know what? I can pull one of these out. Nobody's going to know. Not unless I've told the whole world that I'm sick as a dog or something. So, so you can create your own boards of any kind. You got any questions?
Nice. That is really nice.
Okay. So since you've got your boards app, what I'll be able to do is once we get off of this, I can go in there and I'm just going to start sharing you. I'm just going to go down the list of my boards and I'm going to share them with you. And as they come, you're going to be like, Sandra, stop. But just kind of methodically go add. And once you click on it, then you're going to have it added to your whole section, and you're going to have all of this at your fingertips.
Okay. Yeah.
So what do you see already that it's going to be able to help you do, that's going to help you to work?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's going to be very nice. Yeah. It's going to be very, very nice.
So it's
I can show Jenny.
Yes. It's kind of like Pinterest, a Pinterest board for Thrivers.
Yeah. Yeah. It's going to be nice.
And even if you don't have your own video about what is Thrive, if somebody wants to know what Thrive is and you're in the middle of Walmart and it's somebody you work with who's finally asking you, you can say, you know what, I got to go stock such and such, but let me send you a video really quick. And you can go into your Thrive Connect app, find the video that says Thrive in 3 Easy Steps, click on it, hit share, or copy the link, whichever you want to do. It gives you
Yeah.
options for what you want to do with it. You just want to send it straight to somebody in a text message. Boom.
Wow.
I know. It cuts down the amount of time in which you have to send anybody something. Like I really got off of my the fence post today, and I sent 3 really not massive, well, they were bold messages to people, but they were all out of caring and love in my heart. And all 3 of them have come back and said yes. Okay, so 2 of them have never thrived before. So I'm gonna say, here's a video really quick about what Thrive is. This is what I'm going to be mailing you. One lady I'm going to mail it, one lady I'm going to give it to in her hand. And so this is what you're going to be getting in your package. All I have to do is click on that video and boom, send it to them.
Nice.
And then I can say, I'm going to connect, I'll connect them with the person I need to connect them to. And I won't ask them. I'll just say, you know what, so-and-so, I know that you like to work out. I've got a really good friend who likes to work out a lot. She and I thrive together. I don't have to say she's my upline. I just say she and I thrive together. And guess who it's going to be? It's going to be Tammy Battaglia.
Yeah.
So any thoughts or questions that you can think of? I know that it's been a long work day for you.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. No, I'll just get into this and then I'll write it down. So I have it ready to ask you.
Okay. And then I'll just start sharing the boards with you. We were like jaw dropped this summer at Lindsay's when we learned about these.
Yeah.
And the Thrive Connect app had just been being used by the leaders who had gone to San Diego. So Lindsay and Tammy were the only 2 in the room who had been utilizing it. And yeah, I think that's right. Lindsay and Tammy were the only 2. And we were all like just in awe. And then Samantha steps up and she goes, well, and have you heard about boards? We were like, no. She's like, well, before I came, I created all of these different boards for y'all. And we were just like, ugh. There's one that I've even got on here that I got from Rosalind Vance.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she's super, super sweet. And so she has shared things with me that I've got on here. So some of the things that I've got, they're not all from Samantha or Tammy or Lindsay. Some of them are from Rosalind and different leaders that have been willing to share. And that's what Girl Codes talks about, is that, you know what, there's enough for all of us to go around. We can all have a piece.
Share. Yep.
We all can. So, well, I love you big. Thank you for popping on here. I will save the recording and I will go put it in my YouTube channel, and then I will post it into Team Inspire. And I'm excited.
Okay.
Okay. And I'll keep you posted about what we're going to do next Thursday since it's Thanksgiving.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Bye, babe.